From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre won't commit to raising seniors' pensions if he were in power. It's one of the Bloc Québécois' demands to continue keeping the minority Liberals in power. Instead, Poilievre is doubling down on his claims the carbon tax has caused higher food prices. He's instead proposing lowering income tax to allow seniors to keep more of their pension and retirement income. A Canadian meteorologist says Florida could be in for more severe weather, and he urges snowbirds to take the threat seriously. The Weather Network meteorologist Mark Robinson says severe weather could still further develop.
The conditions are still there to produce tropical cyclones, so as tough as it is, I'm going to have to say, don't let your guard down yet. We're still in hurricane season.
He urges Canadian snowbirds to consider the effects of severe weather on property ownership or their insurance coverage. Former Public Safety Minister Marco Mendicinos told the Foreign Meddling Inquiry it's important to follow due process before jumping to conclusions about parliamentarians' conduct. He testifies that he worries about a kangaroo court over the unfolding conversation about whether some MPs may have been complicit in foreign interference. TD Bank faces billions of dollars in fines from American regulators. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland says one of Canada's biggest banks has pleaded guilty to multiple charges.
TD Bank has also agreed to a $1.8 billion criminal penalty. Combined with civil enforcement actions announced today by other agencies, the United States will be imposing a total of approximately $3 billion against TD Bank.
TD has admitted it allowed 3 money laundering networks to transfer more than $670 million U.S. through its accounts over a 6-year period. The Crown plans to downgrade the murder charge against one of the 2 suspects in an Alberta roadside shooting over the summer. The prosecutions told court 35-year-old Arthur Wayne Penner will face trial for second-degree murder. He was originally charged with first-degree murder and attempted murder. He and another man are charged in the fatal shooting of one man and the wounding of another while they were working along a roadway east of Calgary in August. Canada Post has revealed its limited edition postage stamps honoring the legacy of MuchMusic and its French language station in Quebec. Former MuchMusic VJ Rick Campanelli says seeing the Postal Service recognize the cultural imprint is something that's been a long time coming.
When Canada Post puts their stamp on something, no pun intended, that's a big deal. And obviously they thought MuchMusic, Music Plus were staples back in the day.
The stamps are illustrations of the station's legendary headquarters with detailed sketches of music fans gathered outside the studios. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Ottawa Senators open their regular season tonight, hosting the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Elsewhere in the NHL, the Toronto Maple Leafs are in New Jersey. The Montreal Canadiens visit Boston. The Tampa Bay Lightning's Saturday home opener against the Carolina Hurricanes has been postponed by recovery efforts from Hurricane Milton. No makeup date has yet been announced. The Lightning will open the season tomorrow in Carolina. Former Toronto Raptors guard Danny Green is retiring after 15 years in the NBA. Green joined Toronto in 2018 when he was acquired from the San Antonio Spurs. It was part of a trade that helped the Raptors win their first ever NBA title that season. Green also won NBA titles with the Spurs and LA Lakers. The last surviving member of the Montreal Canadiens dynasty that won 5 consecutive Stanley Cups from 1956 to 1960 has died. Donald Marshall was 92. The Montreal-born forward played 585 games for the Habs. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.